Assalamualaikum everyone, I'm Rida and welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a while I've not making a video. It's approximately 3 months and I feel really guilty about it, but I'm here. I'm going to make a video, and Happy New Year to all of you, from me to you and your family. And this pathetic year 2020 has at last ended, and each and every one of us is hoping for a better year, better 2021, and we're all hoping for good things that's gonna happen in this upcoming year, because the last year has been really bad and lots of tragic events have taken place in this dreadful year. For example, there was a wildfire in Australia. The biggest tragedy was COVID-19. There was a big lockdown. Though the markets were closed, we were in quarantine, we had literally nothing to do. So today I'm going to talk about my experience throughout this quarantine voyage and what I learned from the year 2020. Again, Happy New Year to all of you, and let's proceed with the video. Now, there were, if you see superficially, there are not lots of positive things in this year. There are negative ones, there are a lot of negative ones, like the COVID-19 was the biggest of them. And when all of this started, I was really depressed and stressed out, because when my school was closed, my papers were really nearby, and as the school closed, my papers were delayed for 6 months, and I had to study all of the things which I had learned, because who could have remembered something they had learned before 6 months? So it was really stressing. I was in my study room the whole day studying from morning till night. Sometimes I was working till 2 or 3 a.m. and whenever I wanted to get sleep, I couldn't sleep, because I had this thing in my mind that I have a project due tomorrow, I have a test, online papers, project due next week. And online papers were especially really stressed, because I have never attempted online papers before and I didn't know how they're going to be done, and that was really depressing for me. But I don't know how, but one night when I was sleeping, I had this thought that rushed in my mind suddenly. I don't know even how it even happened, that if my mind can grab these negative things, and these negative things can have such a strong impact on me, what if I pick the positive things in this scenario, and how will they affect me? Because every situation, like a bridge, has two sides. One will always be negative and one will always be positive. So what if I see the positive instead of a negative? And it was really hard to understand this thing, because it was not easy. So from the next day, I started to see what positive means for me. Now, I started indulging myself in different activities, because as there was no school, there was nowhere I could go outside, no restaurants, I couldn't play with my friends, go to their houses. I was bored the whole day. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't watch my laptop all day, it could ruin my eyes. So what could I do? I started nurturing my hobbies and habits, and I love reading, so I read so many books that I was such a nerd in that time. I really loved reading books, and nurturing my hobbies was the best part. And I indulged myself in activities I had not expected myself to be indulged in. For example, before all of this outbreak, I had never known my interest. I always thought I wasn't good in art or doodling or sketching or painting or anything that's related to art. But in this outbreak, I discovered that I'm actually pretty good at painting. I actually thought I wasn't, but I tried lots of painting. I tried doodling. I tried different styles of art, and I loved it, even though I did not did that well. And I actually started bullet journaling. I started to journal. I write my personal diary every week, and this bullet journaling came out such a delight for me. I was feeling true bliss. The feeling was so good that no one could even tell me how good I was feeling at that time. And I discovered that I was not only who I thought I was. I discovered a lot of things about myself that I didn't knew before all of this happened. When I was going to school, I never knew that I actually love to sing or act. I never knew that. I recognized some of my features that I had never before. I learned things about myself that I had never knew before. about myself, and look at all the positive things happening right now. This feeling was so good, and I told all my friends and family about this, and everyone is doing the same thing, and we all are living such a positive life in such a negative scenario right now. The news right now is filled with negative things, disasters, natural disasters, tragedies, but I always looked at the positive and just continued this disastrous voyage with a positive and quick mindset. It was like, when the moment when I thought that I could do something positive, it was like the moment when Harry Potter knew that he's a wizard, that magical moment when your heart literally skips a beat. And I became so happy with my mindset. I started to listen to all these motivational speakers like Jay Shetty and Prince EA. I started bullet journaling, and I took inspiration of bullet journaling of Natalies Athlete and from Amanda Rachley. The links will be in the description below from their channel. They both are very lovely. Shout outs to them. And it was such a good journey for me. I also adopted a small little 9-month-old cat. His name is Toto, and he's a cross between an American Longhair and a Persian, and he just made our lives so enjoyable. And now you can see how this whole outbreak shaped our lives. It did negatively. 80% of this whole situation was negative, but the 20% was worth it. It was filled with positive things. What if that night when I decided I could do something positive, if I had decided to rely on the 80% negative, what could have happened to me right now? I couldn't have been sitting here opening myself up to you for the first time, even though I'm feeling very nervous right now. I could not have done that. Instead, I decided to act on the other 20%, which was the positive ones, and I hope you and your family will also. I am so relieved after this whole experience. This was so good for me. I felt so joyous opening up to all my friends on YouTube, and just tell me in the comment box below how do you felt about this video, and also tell your opinions about 2020. Which habits and which hobbies did you nurture? What was exciting for you this year? Of course, this wasn't a great year for each and every one of us, but always look at the positives and always make our lives better. Happy New Year, and I bid farewell to all of you by giving you virtual hugs, and love you all. Stay safe, you and your family both, and Allah Hafiz.